Brett Stewart was once a rugby league star, playing for New South Wales, Australia, and leading Manly to 2 Premiership wins. While he was one of the best fullbacks during his time, he had his share of off-field drama, with an alleged sexual assault court case, and more recently being arrested for drug possession. This is the rise and fall of Brett Stewart. Brett Stewart was born on the 27th of February 1985 in Wollongong, New South Wales. Brett and his older brother, Glenn Stewart, started their junior rugby league careers playing for the Western Suburbs Red Devils. Brett was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 14. Despite this, it didn't take him long to be spotted as a junior, and was picked up by the Manly Seagulls. Brett Stewart would make his NRL debut for Manly on the 6th of July in round 17 of the 2003 season at just 18 years old. He played at the fullback position, and it was the only first grade game he played that year. The following year, in 2004, Stewart would play in round 7 off the bench as Manly lost to the West Tigers 30-22. He would then play in round 9 against the St George Illawarra Dragons, starting in the fullback role as Manly won the game 21-10. This match would cement Stewart in the fullback role for Manly's first grade side and played there for the rest of the season. In total, he played 17 games and scored 14 tries in 2004. In 2005, Stewart stayed in good form as Manly's fullback, as they made it into the finals. Manly would lose the first week of the finals to Parramatta, 22-46, and Stewart would finish the season playing 25 games and scoring 16 tries. In 2006, he came second on the top try scorer list, scoring 22 tries as Manly made it to the finals again, this time making it to the semi-finals in week 2, only to lose to the Dragons 28-0. After the regular season, he played in his first representative match for Australia in the Prime Minister's 13, scoring a try in their 28-8 win over Papua New Guinea. In 2007, Stewart would have a fantastic year. He was called up to play in his first State of Origin game for the Blues, playing the second and third game for the series. He also played in the City vs Country, and to top it all off, he helped Manly to the grand final. Stewart was knocked out in the game while contesting a bomb in the early minutes of the second half, and Manly would go on to lose the match to the Melbourne Storm, 34-8. He played a total of 25 games for Manly this year and scored 19 tries. The following year, in 2008, Stewart and Manly's fortunes would turn around. Stewart would play in all 3 games of the State of Origin series and get Manly back into another grand final, versing the Melbourne Storm for the second year in a row. This time, things would go their way, and Manly would defeat the Storm 40-0. Stewart would end the year as NRL's leading try scorer, scoring 22 tries in 24 games. Stewart was selected to play in the Rugby League World Cup for Australia that would take place at the end of 2008, but had to withdraw due to a shoulder injury. The next year, in 2009, is when things would start to take a turn for Stewart. He would be suspended from playing at the start of the season. Stewart was charged with sexual assault on the 10th of March 2009. He was accused of assaulting a 17-year-old girl. Stewart would deny the allegations and was granted bail to appear in Manly Court on the 7th of April. The NRL said it was making no judgment. Despite the Manly Board's decision to select Stewart for round 1 of the 2009 season, the NRL on the 11th of March suspended Stewart for the first 4 rounds for breaking their code of conduct as he got drunk on the club's season launch, reportedly stating, "Its decision to stop Stewart playing was not intended to reflect any judgment regarding the police investigation into the alleged assault." On the 7th of April, Stewart entered a not guilty plea to the charges, and the matter was adjourned until the 26th of May. On this day, the case was again pushed to the 23rd of June, as his lawyers stated that he was still waiting on documents. On the 23rd of June, his lawyers requested access to further documents, including psychiatric evaluations, and the matter was adjourned again until September. The court met once again on the 28th of September, and there they found that Stewart had a case to answer. As a result, he was ordered to attend a hearing in February 2010. While this was all going on, Stewart would play a total of 5 games and scored 6 tries for Manly in the 2009 season, the last game being the first week of the finals, where Manly would lose to the Storm 40-12. Moving to 2010, when the hearing took place on the 4th of February, he had a big support group with him and was facing charges of sexual intercourse without consent and assault with an act of indecency. There was a document of evidence including medical evidence, psychiatric reports, and statements from the alleged victim and her family. Even with all this, the hearing would adjourn again until the 22nd of March, so that the alleged victim's father could give evidence as he was overseas. On the 22nd of March, it was determined that there was enough evidence for the case to go to trial, and the trial would commence on the 13th of September and finish on the 19th of September, with a jury that would come to a verdict of not guilty. During this lengthy process, across 2010, he would only play one game in the season, and in 2011, with all this behind him, Stewart would return to playing regular first grade and took Manly once again to another grand final. He would score a try as Manly beat the New Zealand Warriors 24-10, giving Stewart his second premiership win. Stewart would play a total of 20 games and score 15 tries. In 2012, some shocking news came out of a lengthy investigation by journalist Mark Whitaker, who said that the father of the alleged victim had a long history of fraud. The victim's sister was quoted saying, "I'm not a footy fan, but I felt for Brett Stewart, because I felt my father's tearing another innocent person's life apart. He sees money signs around Brett, a perfect target. My father just screws everyone's life that walks past him. It's terrible." Stewart would go on to have another fantastic season and played his way back into all 3 games of the Origin series and took Manly all the way to the preliminary final, only to lose to the Melbourne Storm 40-12, just 1 game short of another grand final appearance. Stewart played a total of 24 games this year and scored 17 tries. In the 2013 season, Stewart's off-field dramas would be behind him, and he played 19 games for Manly, one of them being another grand final. However, Manly would fall short and lose the match to the Sydney Roosters 26-18. While he didn't play any representative footy, he still had a great year, scoring 9 tries. The 2014 season was very similar to the 2013 one. This time, he played in 22 games for Manly and scored 10 tries. And Manly played in the final series again, this time losing in the semi-finals to the Canterbury Bulldogs 18-17. In 2015, Manly didn't make the finals for the first time in a while, only just missing out, getting 9th place on the ladder. Stewart played in 22 games and scored 16 tries. The next year, in the 2016 season, would be the last time he would play first grade footy, due to a chronic knee injury. He played 11 games, scoring 1 try, and played his last match in round 16 of the year against the North Queensland Cowboys, and was forced into retirement due to the knee injury in 2017. Following his injury-forced retirement, Stewart would divide his time between being a part of the coaching staff at Manly and a Japanese restaurant in Melbourne, in which he was a part owner in. Stewart would stay out of the headlines for a while, until the 10th of March 2023, when Stewart was arrested and charged with cocaine possession after being stopped on Sydney's northern beaches. Stewart was ordered to Manly's local court on the 19th of April. Stewart would claim that the cocaine was personal use and would plead guilty. He was not convicted, but received a 9-month good behaviour bond. The once NRL superstar played a total of 233 games for Manly, being a one-man club. If he didn't have any off-field problems or injuries, he could have easily been a 300-game one-man club player. However, we will never know. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I regularly post videos like this one, and if you want to watch another one, click the video on screen.